What up, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be showing you how I made these garlic parmesan air fryer wings. And let me tell you, it's been hard trying to find wings in Michigan, okay, in the Kalamazoo area, Kalamazoo Portage area in general. Okay, they either been overpriced or just you just don't find none. So when I finally found some at a decent price that looked decent also physically, I got them, you know, because I just been wanting some wings lately, and I love air fryer wings. Like, literally, I still prefer, I like the classic way of making wings, put them in the grease, but the air fryer is less messy. I love that. You ain't even got to put no oil on it, and I'm doing these a different way. So stay tuned, because the method I did, I'm gonna start and continue to do it that way. Just because I seen something on TikTok. Somebody on TikTok told me about adding just a little bit of mayo. When you, like how I add mustard. You're going to see. Let's get into it. So first off, after I cut them, I put them in the water and I rinsed them off. I washed them off, did what I had to do. The lemon, the lime, whatever your method is to your madness, do what you got to do, okay? But after I made sure I cleaned them. Then I seasoned them. All the seasoning will be at the bottom. But for starters, I use some garlic sea salt, just a little bit. I didn't use too much seasoning for the most part, because everything I use is not too much sodium. So 1 packet of Sazón, a little bit of Shawhan Farms chicken rub, which is already low sodium in itself. I used a little bit of garlic sea salt, and I used some of this Cajun Style Kingsford seasoning. Okay, like I said, it might look like a lot, but since it was a nice amount of wings, it wasn't really a lot. And then this is the garlic parmesan packet. I found it at Walmart because I like that little area at Walmart in there. It's like not quite the seasoning area, but it's like it has the packets of seasonings. So like you can find it where like the chili sauce packets. It's like where the gravy and stuff. I don't know. Everybody Walmart different though. But over in Michigan, where I found this at, it's like by other seasoning packets that are similar. You know what I'm saying? It depends on your Walmart though. But if you kind of look around, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then this is where we get tricky. Well, not really tricky, but I added my mustard. I added my mustard like normal, right? Now I added a nice spoonful of mayo. Okay. I don't know. I forgot what they said it does, because I don't forgot who it was on TikTok, but I know it was somebody that was from the South. And I love the Southerners. I trust them with everything in me. Okay. And she said she put a little bit of mayo on her chicken, maybe for crispiness. But now, after I seen the results, I assume that it's crispiness for sure, because it gave it a crispiness without even me having to put flour on it, because I don't even put flour on my wings when I put them in the air fryer no more. I used to, like in the beginning when I first started out cooking, I definitely used to put flour on my chicken. And like, I just felt like I had to coat them. But now, as I get older and get to just trying new recipes and things like that, like, you don't have to do that. Everything don't have to be coated. Not since they made air fryers, okay? You could just put them in there, okay? And since these are like wet, I let them sit for like an hour. Like I always say, the longer you can let your chicken sit, the longer, and the better the seasoning will be really in your chicken. Like it really becomes one the longer you let it sit, and basically sit in the refrigerator. So if you can let it sit overnight, I always recommend doing that. But this is always, I'm always doing something. So I said, let me just make some wings. Once I found them, I had to make them. So I threw them in the air fryer, and I'm going to be doing it on 400 this time. I'm stepping out the box, because usually if I don't do 385 degrees on my air fryer, it's usually 400 if I'm like trying to get them done quicker, basically. So I'm gonna be cooking them on 400 degrees for 35 minutes. And just to make sure that that is correct and you got the correct timing and everything, I am gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the air fryer and the timing, just to make sure I got that right, because I made sure that I put the camera on it just to make sure I got that timing right. I ain't want to tell y'all the wrong directions and the wrong time, because that is the time that I cooked them on, starting out at least. Okay, that's just starting out. Yep, see, 435 minutes. Okay, this was halfway. This was at the 21 mark. Okay, 21 minutes. I looked at it and it was looking like this. Like I said, look at that mayo. That mayo adds crispiness, and I love that. Whoever started this trend of putting the mayo on the chicken, I was late to even the mustard on the chicken, but the mayo and the mustard on the chicken, game changer, fam. Do it. Do it now. If you ever got some wings, make sure you put some mustard and some mayo on them things, okay? Even if you put flour on them. Because I bet with the flour on it too, so much, I bet it'd be super crispy. I bet if you do it the traditional way and you add the flour and all that, put them in deep grease, deep fry them in the grease, you know, I bet they be super crispy. So, you know, either way you do it, you're going to have a nice crispy wing. So I just, you know, after 21 mark of this 35-minute cooking, I flipped them over. Okay, because we need to cook them on the other side. We need a nice brown on the other side. I want them to look the same on the other side. You see, I didn't even have to spray them. I didn't spray them like I normally do my chicken either, because that mayo and that mustard had a lot of lubrication, if you will. You know, it already had a lot of that, so I didn't even have to do nothing. I still didn't spray it. I just flipped them over, put them right back in that thing. Okay, this was after the 35-minute mark. Okay, this was after the 35 minutes. I put them to the side, and this was just the first batch, so I put half of the seasoning on them, shook them up. Okay, now this was the finished product. This was the finished product. Fire. I coated the rest of them with the rest of the seasoning, and this was paired with some mac and cheese and some steamed broccoli, and I made sure to season both of those. Okay, and then it was bomb. It was fire. Quick meal, delicious garlic Parmesan wings. And make sure you follow my Insta, like, comment, share, and subscribe.